Okay guys, we got another full box of pennies here. 25 bucks in pennies. I did open it up to make sure it was circulated, so you can see it is. I did not look for any enders yet, but I'll try and look for them as we go. But let's see what we can find. Also, a friend slash subscriber slash viewer of the channel stopped by today, and he gave me 4 wheat pennies he found. So let's see what we got here. We got a 1946 D, I think. Yep, 1946 D. We have a 1946 S, maybe? Oh, I can't get it to focus. 46S. We got a 57P and a 53S. So thank you, friend of mine. You know who you are. I appreciate it. Didn't have to do that, but I love getting wheat pennies. So we'll add that to the stack here, and we'll get into this and see what we can find. I'll bring you in on my first find. Okay, we got our first find here. Can you see it? It's a Canadian. 1968 it looks like. I can't remember if that's a young head. Sure looks young. I don't know if that's what's considered a young head or not. But very cool. First find. Okay, I got something kind of interesting here. This is just a normal 1988D. And I always look at the back initials to look for the flared G. I don't believe this one is it, but I did something interesting. I was looking at the America here, and I had previously set aside another 88 that just looked odd to me. So then I started comparing them. Look at this. Let's see if I can do it. Look at the difference here. Like, I don't think this one is a wide AM, but that is almost certainly wider. And the M is very thin on the bottom one, and there's even some doubling right here on the E and the R. It might just be machine doubling, but it definitely looks different. Very odd. And then here, let's look at the G, and the FG is what really caught my eye, is that there's almost no FG there. So I can't tell if it's a flared G or not from the if you look at the Lincoln resource. I think it's lincolncentresource.net. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd show it to you. I'll probably keep this one, but probably not the bottom one. So anyhow, back to that. Okay, it took us till rule 10, but we finally got a wheat cent. He's right here. It's a 1955 out of Denver. Very cool. Finally got a wheat cent. Alright, bring it back if I get something else good. Alright, same roll as that 1955. We got a 1947 out of Denver, I believe. Yep. 1947 out of Denver. Looking great. Alright. Maybe we'll get something else in this roll. Let's see. Let's look at this one real quick. Nope, 91. Anything else looking old? That one maybe? Nope, 81. Alright, bring it back if I get something else. Alright, we got another good find here. We got a 1934 wheatie. It's kind of beat up, but that's an old coin, so I will happily take a beat up 34. That is awesome. So that is 3 wheaties so far, not including the 4 that I initially had from my friend. And let's look at this one too while we're here. Oh no, just 76. Alright, I'll bring it back if I find something else. Alright, we got another wheatie. It was the second to last in the roll. 57D. Got some cool toning to it too. I like the odd little browns and dark browns in it. Alright, well that's a third wheatie to add to our finds so far. So I'll bring it back on the next one. Correction, that was the fourth find. I forgot about the 34 that we got. Alright. Okay, we got another find here. I think it's a Canadian, I'm not sure. Yep, that's a Canadian. Very nice looking. 97. Very cool. I can't remember when they stopped making pennies. I want to say it was 2008 or something like that. But this is a nice one. That's really cool. Alright. I'll bring it back on the next find. This was roll 26, it looks like. I see something else that looks nice back here. Oh, look at this. It's a 1955 and it is beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Oh, that is a blazer. That I'm going to 2x2 up right away. That is awesome. Look at the detail on that. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome find. Alright, I'm going to go 2x2 that up right now and I'll bring you back with any other finds. Okay, I was looking at my 88 under the scope because I was looking for the reverse of 89, I believe it's called. Anyway, but I did look at the mint mark as well, and you can clearly see that this is a repunched mint mark. It's got a little extra little D below it. And I looked at Variety Vista, which is right here, and that looks like a dead ringer for what it is. So they call this a D over D West. So I'm going to keep this one and I will flip it up and we'll call that a find. Alright, I'll bring you back on the next one. Okay, we got another wheatie. I have not looked at the year yet, so we'll reveal it together. And it is a 54, it looks like San Francisco. Yep, 54 in San Francisco. Very cool. I'm not sure that I have this one. No, I probably do. But not many of them, though. That's cool. Alright, I'll bring you back on the next find. Alright, this is kind of interesting. I don't know what it is yet, but there's some sort of line going through here. So I'm guessing there's a bigger than a penny coin in here, or maybe a messed up penny. So let's do this one live, actually, and see if we can figure out what that is. Oh, I see it. It's a real beat up penny. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. You can barely see the outline of Lincoln there. Oh man, that's a messed up penny. Wow. At least I think it's a penny. I mean, it could be a Canadian or something, but that's pretty funny. I'll look at it with the scope and see if I can figure it out, but can't imagine I'll keep that one. Anyhow, I just thought it was interesting, and thought I would do that one live. So, all right, I'll be back when I find something new. Okay, we're on roll 30 here, and I just laid it out, and almost an ender, but not quite. We got a wheatie with some gunk on it, but let's see what it is. Oh, that's really hard to read. Let me look at it under the loop. It looks like it's a 53D. But that is really hard to read. I'm going to see if I can clean it up real quick. Okay, I got it cleaned up and that came right off with some soap and some water. 53D. It's got some nice luster on it too. That's really exciting. Alright, that makes, let's see, how many wheaties we got now? We got the 155, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got those 5. This makes 6, and then the 55 that's already 2x2'd makes 7. So we got 7 wheaties so far, not including the 4 that I got originally. So I'll bring you back on the next find. Okay, I just unrolled this roll, and what do we have in there? Looks like a dime. Is it a dime? It sure is. We just made 9 cents. Ooh, it's got some damage to it. 1988 P, I think. Alright, well, I guess they call that a find. We'll bring you in on the next one. Hopefully we get some good ones in here. Looks like some oldies. Okay, something about this 2017 looked odd, so I put it under the scope, and this definitely has some doubling. Look at that. That D has been repunched, and that 7 has an odd doubling there. It may just be machine doubling. I'm not too sure on that. I'm going to look it up and see if there is any varieties in the 2017s, but for sure it has some doubling there. I did find this other interesting one. It's saying 1978, and look at that doubling on the rim there. It's very thin over here, and it's super thick over here. So it's a bit of off-center strike, very pronounced. So I'm gonna hold on to this one, and I think I wanted to show you one other one. Oh, I already showed you the 88. All right. That'll be it. I'll show you the next find. Okay, we finished hunting that entire box. We did really, really good. We got, let's start with this blazer up here. It's 1955, incredible wheat cent. We have those 4 cents that I got from a friend that I seeded the box with. Started off the hunt with. Looks like a 46D, 46S. 53D and I think that's 53D, or is that an S? 53S and a 57P. And then in the box we found a 1934, 1947D, 1953D, 1954S, 1955D, and a 1957D. And then we've got down here I got a 59P and D. Oh, a bunch of D's. About 5 of them there. I got some stunners here. Some very nice coppers. 1960D, 61D, 68D, 70D with a really high D mint mark. I thought that was really odd. 75D and 76D. And then 80D, 81D, 81D. And then over here we have 2 foreigns. You got that 68 from Canada and the 97 from Canada. And then we got some just oddities here. These ones are, this is the one with the odd rim that I showed you. This is the 84 with the odd, smaller writing and the wider space between the letters. We've got some off-center strikes in the 99s here, and then that odd doubling on the 2017. And then last we have a bunch of 2009s. We got at least one of each of the designs, and surprisingly we got one from Philadelphia. So those are all Denvers, and that's Philadelphia. And then over here is all my copper finds that I'm going to keep. Well, not all copper, but these are all 60s, these are all 70s, these are 80s, and these are 82s, and then some 92s I liked, and an 88 that I really liked. There was a lot more coppers than I got, but those are the ones I wanted to keep. So anyhow, all in all, really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention our dime that we found. So that added us 9 cents, so that's always fun to find. And let's take another look at that 55. Let's take a look at the back side here. Incredible. Very happy to have this. Makes it all worth it. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next penny hunt. Minor correction. This 88 was the one with the repunched mint mark that I held on to. So I thought that was a really good find. Alright, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.